Misfits.
Hey everybody, we're back. It is day 9. Temeko has moved into his new office here, and we are still working our way through. We struggled yesterday. Yesterday was a struggle, and that's okay because that was, again, that passage specifically is one that is right there in black and white but gets ignored a lot. So we're going to see if we do better today. I don't know because this one is probably going to throw about 7 or 8 passages in your head, and we're going to watch you sort them out live. So here is your image for today.
Wow, a judge's gavel, right? It's called?
Yes, I think that's what it's called. The hammer thing that makes noise.
Right. Oh, man. Talk about passages.
Like I said, there's a lot, and this is, again, one that I'll give you the hint of. You already quoted it once.
Oh, wow. So it gotta be Isaiah. Gotta be Zay. Big Zay. But what did Zay say about Jesus?
It's say.
When he would rule and he'd be called righteousness, but it can't be that verse though, because we gotta use that verse before. But I'm close. Man, you know what? It's not hitting me. It's not.
That's okay.
I'm trying to reel it in, and it's not.
So it is Isaiah, so you at least get a half a point here. Specifically, we're in Isaiah chapter 11.
11.
And this is what you actually had quoted a little bit earlier. The shoot will grow from the stump of Jesse, and a branch from his roots will bear fruit. That's the part you quoted before. But you stopped before we actually get into the judgment part, which is why it wasn't coming back. It says, the Spirit of the Lord will rest on him, a spirit of wisdom and understanding, of counsel, of strength, of knowledge, and of fear of the Lord. His delight will be in the fear of the Lord. He will not judge by what he sees with his eyes. He will not execute justice by what he hears with his ears. But he will judge the poor righteously and execute justice for the oppressed of the land. He will strike the land with a scepter from his mouth, and he will kill the wicked with a command from his lips. Righteousness will be a belt around his hips. Faithfulness will be a belt around his waist. The wolf will dwell with the lamb, and the leopard will lie down with the goat. The calf, the young lion, and the fattened calf will be together, and a child will lead them. The cow and the bear will graze. Their youngs will lie down together, and the lion will eat straw like cattle. An infant will play beside the cobra's pit, and a toddler will put his hand into the snake's den. They will not harm or destroy each other on my entire holy mountain, for the land will be as full of the knowledge of the Lord as the sea is filled with water.
Fire.
The judge side of Jesus. And again, this is something where we get into some of the misconceptions and where some of the harmful theologies that we hear a lot of time about who Jesus is and about eschatology come in. Wrath is not a part of this. Mm-hmm. What is a part of this is, again, we're back to peace as righteousness. Mm-hmm. And this is what was real interesting. It's that he will not judge by what he sees or execute justice by what he hears. It doesn't matter what is presented to him, but instead he is going to judge righteously and execute justice. Mm-hmm. There's no case that can be brought before him that is going to sway him in administering righteousness and judgment to bring about actual peace in the land.
People think they have opinions to give him.
Right. Like, right. Like there's nothing you can say that is going to change it. And
there's no petitions. There's nothing.
And typically when we talk about God like that, we're talking about in the way of, well, who are you to question who God is and tell God what to do? Because God is just going to strike down his enemies. But what Isaiah shows us is it's the opposite of, who are you to tell God what to do? Because you have no case. because God's role is to bring about righteousness in the land, regardless of what man prefers.
Yeah.
We can't sway him from righteousness. It's going to happen.
Flat
Because
out.
that is how he judges. He wears righteousness like a belt around his hips and faithfulness the belt around his waist.
That's just what it is.
So, Temeko, we'll give you half because you got Isaiah again. I think at this point, I was just guessing Isaiah may not be worth giving you half a point anymore, but, you know, we'll just keep going. We set the precedent. We got to keep going. I mean, that's the justice, or, you know, that's the righteous thing to do, right? So, we'll see how he does. He's got 10 points. He hit double digits. Tomorrow is day 10. We'll see how he's able to finish as we approach Christmas Eve.